Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is, August 6th, 2023. Sorry about that. August 6th, 2023. It is Sunday again. I'd like to thank those who are slowly making their way to the show. I don't have anything explosive lined up for tonight's show. Just a normal show. See what we got going on here. Here's a screen capture from Friday. I set up my DSLR in the studio, but going the back way. I'm sitting on a stool in this picture right here. There we go. Sitting on a stool. Normally where my desk chair is in the studio. As you can see, I've got one monitor here. I got my camera for the live stream. It's right up in there. That's one right there, looking down at me. Over here, I've got my other suite of audio equipment. You're not seeing another monitor behind me there. This is my soundproofing. Like I said, this studio was set up for audio recording, primarily. It's not set up for video. But until I get the other studio up and running, we should be able to do my guitar videos in the same room. I just put the DSLR back in back of me. I take my flag and I raise it up and then I shoot through where the camera's actually still set up, but it's just on the other side of the flag. That won't be possible in the new studio because the flag, if that's going to be my backdrop, will be against a wall and not free hanging. The magics of production. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully in the other studio I will be able to have a guitar section over against one wall, the podcast or live stream against one wall, so there's two walls being taken care of. But everything permanently set up. Watching people slide in. Hello, we've got more folks that are joining the show. Go ahead and say hello. Excuse me. Tonight's coffee is Tropical Coconut from New England Brand Coffee. If you like coconut, this is definitely the coffee for you. It does not disappoint. Laurel says, good evening. Good evening, Laurel. Glad that you made the show this time. I'm not too terribly disappointed that you didn't make the last show. You were tired. I understand that. We fall asleep. That's perfectly fine. But as you can see, I have been busy trying to get things lined up. The new studio shouldn't go into place for another couple months. For folks who would like to help finance the new equipment for that, I'm looking at a budget of $1,000, which is nothing for a studio. Well, because I've got most everything now. I just need to upgrade a few things, like I need a camera dedicated for that new studio. And I'm not going top of the line. I'm going about as base as you can go, but still having a suitable live streaming camera. Judy says, hello, hola. And folks who would like to donate to that, there is a link underneath the show. In the description, you can make a donation following the link there. Should be a couple links there. One is general. These are all the things you can do to help support the content. And then there should be a dedicated link for monetary donations only. So hopefully with the new dedicated camera and some other goodies, I've got the additional GoPro coming in so that my driving videos will have even more content with them. When I'm canoeing, I can turn the camera. I'm going slow enough, I can turn the camera, edit out the turn, and have a good time. When I'm driving, I can't do that. So I need a separate camera going out to either the right or the left, usually not both at the same time, so it's not a problem. If it's out the right, co-pilot gets it. Out the left, I get it. And it won't affect my driving because I just have to point it out in the general direction. That has also been paid for by myself as well. All these things get going in there. So yes, if folks would like to help donate to help this content coming and expanding the content, there are links in the description. And I hope everybody's weekend was good. The weekend here was pretty darn good. I had to take care of some business today, stuff I didn't want to, and shouldn't have had to take care of it. Spent my whole day, but I took care of it. Got that out of the way. Good chunk of time out on the road again. How you doing tonight, Donna?
Doing good. How about you guys?
I'm doing fine. Turn your volume up again. Say something again, Donna. Donna, oh Donna.
Oh, okay. I'm here. I'm back. I'm back.
There you go. I just tried to adjust the volumes. Folks listening in, how are the volumes? Is her volume and my volume about even? Should be. And then, of course, when we get other people into the Zoom room, Laurel says, yes, fantastic. Like, if Gus joins us tonight, hey, Gus, where are you? Everybody who joins in the Zoom room, their microphone levels are not all the same. So sometimes we'll get a hotter mic than others. And I try to deal with that, but I cannot tell through my earpiece if I've got everybody's volume about right. Hey, Mr. Turner has joined us. Orion, he's made it to the show.
Oh.
We've got more folks coming in. And I didn't, like I said, I wasn't around. I wasn't around today, so I didn't get my customary, hey, the show's going to be on tonight. So the only warning folks got tonight on Facebook was my classic, when the show starts up, I give them a link to the live stream.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't get one, so I thought, maybe he's going to take a vacay today.
No, I'll let folks know if it's not going to be online. I will send folks off a message and say, hey, we're not having the show tonight. But no, I just wasn't around. Was not at the house. Wish I was. Now
well, it's cooler here today. It's like only 95.
95 is good. It's been cooler here, but not quite cool, but nights have been wonderful here. How are your evenings? How are your evenings?
Well, it's been in the low 80s.
Oh, it needs to drop lower than that.
Yeah, I think tonight it's supposed to get down to 78.
Oh, that'll be good as long as there's no humidity.
Good luck.
Yeah, asking too much, right?
Yeah, it's a bit.
This next week, we're supposed to have chances of rain and thunder showers all week, except for maybe Thursday. But you know how that goes. By Tuesday, we don't know. They might change. It rained
here this morning. Nice rain, about 1.5 inches.
Yeah, well, I need rain at night, no rain in the day, because I need to get back out on the water. So I'm looking at maybe Thursday, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. Have not made up my mind. So it'll be a surprise for all of us. Hey, Gus and Sally, are you watching too?
He likes to hang out in the weeds.
Yeah, he likes to ghost us. He's playing Mr. Ninja until I say something that really piques his curiosity, or just he can't help himself.
Ninja Gus.
So then he jumps on because he does not like to. If I don't have a keyboard, I hate typing as well. So
yeah, I don't type fast enough. I can't keep up with the conversation.
Laurel says we will be getting rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we're supposed to cool off here this coming week, so which will be 90s, high 80s. So hey, that's better than it has been.
Yeah, we're about high 80s into 90s, so we've switched from where you guys are. You guys are about, I'd say 10 degrees hotter, but not really. We're mid 80s to mid 90s. You've been high 90s to low 80s, right? So that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Peggy says, hi there. I hope that all is well with everyone. Welcome to the show. See, we're starting to get the crew back. We need a lot more of them back. And the videos after the fact are getting, let's see right here. 18 views, 37 views, 16 views, 35 views, 26 views, 30 views, 22 views, 39 views, 26 views, 25 views, 150 views. That was good. It's amazing. We say 150. You look at other channels and they get like 50,000 views, 1 million views. I'm going, hey, 150 views. But of course, this isn't, a lot of folks don't know about the show out there, especially on YouTube. And this was, the 150 view was on the 9th of last month. So it's only a month old. So that's actually not too bad for an unknown channel. I can't complain about that.
Daisy, you want to go outside?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Don't want to go outside.
She's sitting here looking at me like I'm supposed to be doing something.
Judy says that today was 99 degrees. We had a nice storm this morning. Did it break the humidity? That's the key. I don't mind a good storm, and I don't mind a rain as long as it doesn't. 5 minutes after the rain, your humidity jumps back up again.
That's exactly what happens here.
Oh, that's horrible. Peggy says
steams things up.
Yeah, she says, I've spent the last couple weeks cleaning up my yard after all of the bad weather. I'm tired. No, I get it. I
did that last week.
I still have a bit of my backyard to get cleaned up. I do keep the front looking really nice, but the back sometimes gets neglected. The dogs area and out behind the Frankenzebo. But I'll get to it. Judy says it wasn't so bad. And we played in the water at my daughter's house. Well, that's good.
There you go. Do you have a slip and slide?
I just run real fast and slide across the lawn.
Yeah, there you go.
Judy says yes. Yes, what? Slip and slide or run across the lawn? Now, which one is it? Again, tonight's coffee is Tropical Coconut from New England brand. If you like coconut, it is the way to go. Man, makes your house smell great. If you like coconut. Who doesn't like the smell of coconut? Coconut's a great smell.
I like the smell of it. I'm not crazy about eating it. I like it toasted or cooked, but not raw.
Not raw. Laurel says, I prefer sip and slide. There we go. Sip and slide.
There you go. Slip and slide.
Judy says slip and slides are so fun.
I didn't know they still made those.
Oh, yeah. You can still get slip and slides. course, you can save yourself some money and have virtually unlimited. You can go down to like Home Depot, and you get the plastic sheeting on the rolls.
Yeah.
Hey, and you can have a super wide, and as long as you want.
Yeah.
And there you go. And get the cheapest ones they have. I think the cheaper ones are the fogged ones. They don't call it fog, but it's not clear. You pay more for more see-through. Sifu, Master Sifu. What is Sifu? Was Sifu? What's what movie was that from? Master Sifu. Was that Kung Fu Panda? Let's see here. Master Sifu. Yeah,
You're going to have to look that one up.
Yep, Kung Fu Panda. I'll pull him up in a second. I forgot to put my earpiece line underneath the keyboard. It's a pain in the rear to type when it's laying across. Sifu. See, here he goes. Master Sifu. There he is. Kung Fu Panda, Master Sifu. Judy says there's a double wide and long. And it has sprinklers all the way down. We put bubblers. Yeah. Well, that's one good thing about the slip and slides. You can get them with the sprinklers all the way down. You can just use a garden hose. But, yeah. Great fun for the kids. Don't set them up on an asphalt hill. That's not good. Put it on grass.
Kind of hurts in the.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough riding it down, and even more rough when you slide off of it.
when you get to the end of it. Yeah. Oh.
Well, there's Master Sifu. Kung Fu Panda. Polls are showing now that Donald Trump is actually taking a lead overall over Joe Biden. Don't know if that's going to continue or...
We're just too far out.
We're too far out, yeah, but it's, and you just watch the public's views. I think people are getting tired of Biden and his administration's games, covering up for Biden and going after Trump. And see, it has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not you like Trump. Or whether or not
it doesn't.
You don't do that. It's just absolutely
people are
wrong.
Just getting tired of it.
Yeah. Try to move things around here. I need one more. Each time I add a new monitor, it's like I need one more monitor. Just one more monitor. Yeah, I wonder if I can do this. I'll put this over here. There we go. Figure out which. So now I've got my audios on the monitor straight ahead with Zoom meeting straight ahead with live stream software and YouTube interface. One here, and then my other one has the YouTube chat over here. So I can now see by looking straight between the two monitors. They're not between them. I can't look because there's really no gap. The folks' chat on YouTube and my internet. So when I turn my head all the way over here, I'm looking at my internet. I'm looking at Sifu right now. He's there. Yeah. So one more monitor. When I get the new studio set up, instead of having a monitor straight ahead and a monitor over to my right a little bit, they're going to be straight ahead, but the camera will be between them, and I'll be shooting between them or just over them. And I'll have a monitor here, and I'll have a monitor here. and more space. I can take my speakers off of my workstation and set them down. That'll give me another 2 feet total, foot on either side. Whatever, I know. This is minutia. It doesn't matter to you. As long as you get the show, I'm just letting you know how the changes are going to be. Right now, I'm a little bit off-center on camera. I may stay off-center. I may be straight on. I have no idea. We'll have to see how that plays out as well. Judy's laughing. Don't laugh at me. How dare you? Now, I wonder if I could get this text bigger. This is a plus sign, but it says engage with your audience. That's not a plus. Plus should make it bigger. Well, let's see here. You're not going to let me make it bigger? Get it bigger. It's not going to let me get it bigger. Bigger gets tough, or smaller gets tough at night. Trying to read what everybody's saying, and it's 2.5 feet from me. And it's itty bitty. Itty bitty. I say, that's what she said. It was 2.5 feet from her. It was itty bitty. Stop it. What do we got here? Oh. She says, I'll bet it is. LMAO. Stop it. Stop it. I covered up my viewers. My viewer numbers. You weren't covered up. I would never cover you folks up.
Grr.
Grr.
Just mute us.
Mute us? Oh, yes. Yes. I'm good at that, right, Donna?
No, I don't know. Are you?
Oh, yeah. You got muted.
I know it.
Yeah, I had to get through my bullet points.
It's your room.
Yeah, well, no, it's just easier to get through the bullet points, and then I open it up, and it's a lot easier that way.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, she'll get the message. Because it'll show up on it, muted. Okay, and then unmuted as soon as I get through with it, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I laughed.
Hey, you're not the only one that's been muted.
Hey, I'm not worried about it.
Hey, you're the only one that's been muted that hasn't been booted. So,
oh, wow.
So there you go.
That's an accomplishment.
Yep, everybody else that's been muted has received the boot.
Well,
So
it
you
wasn't
didn't.
like I said anything bad. I mean,
No, you didn't say anything bad. I just couldn't. You were interrupting the flow. I couldn't get through my bullet points.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's fine.
Well,
and the next show, it wasn't a problem. It's like, okay.
Hey, I learned my lesson.
Yeah, when John says, "Hey, okay," and opens it up, then people just jump in there. It's
sometimes I learn.
well, I'm sure that ideally if we get a bunch of other people on the show that are new, they're not going to know. They might get muted during the bullet points too.
Right.
The regulars, they'll know.
Oh yeah.
Judy says, "Donna, you rock." Does that mean?
Yeah, right.
Are you saying, Donna, I want to stone
I swim
you?
like a
Is
rock.
that what it is?
Maybe is that what you mean?
Donna's stoned.
There you go.
You rock.
I wish. Hey, I won it.
You won it?
Dominoes tonight. So.
Oh, did you? Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Should have played for money.
Judy says y'all are so funny. No, we're serious. This is a serious show. You can take those shenanigans someplace else. You can go to the Laugh Factory if you want your shits and giggles. Shits and giggles. Now that's an interesting turn of phrase. Shits
you don't hear
and
it much
giggles.
anymore.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't find things that funny, especially if you're not in the right environment to be shitting. I'm not going to be giggling too much. Shits and giggles.
It's not like the old days, I tell you. We got by with quite a bit, didn't we?
Shits or giggles?
Both.
Both? No, but I still want my shits in the bathroom.
Yeah. Preferably, yeah.
Where the hell is the Laugh Factory? Oh, you've never heard of the Laugh Factory?
Oh, yeah,
It's
really?
a comedy club. And in fact they've got them all over the country now.
Are they still in operation?
Yeah, yeah. You can go on YouTube. You can go on. You're on YouTube. You can look around while
yeah,
you're on
right.
YouTube for the Laugh Factory. A lot of the comedy clips are taken from the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, I remember years ago, but I haven't messed with it, I
Yep.
guess.
Yep, they're still up and operating. Yeah, the Laugh Factory. You've never heard of the Laugh Factory? Oh my gosh. I think the Laugh Factory came around. I think it was in the 80s.
Hey, Judy, do you remember Rowan and Martin's Laughing?
Let's see if we can get the information on the Laugh Factory. Chicago, Illinois. The Laugh Factory, well-known comedy club for seasoned and emerging stand-up acts, surprise celebrity guests. It's 3175 North Broadway, Chicago, Illinois. It's closed right now. I'm trying to figure out when the Laugh Factory first opened up, and I believe they've got more than one club now. Yeah, now it's a chain. It's a comedy chain of clubs across the United States. Laugh Factory Incorporated.
Was that before the comedy club, or?
I don't know. One question at a time. We'll get to which one's up first. Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, so and so were the first comedians to grace the now legendary stage of the Laugh Factory. When was the... When did it open? 1979 is when the Laugh Factory. So what was the other one that you wanted to check?
I was just kind of curious when the comedy club opened up. I thought the Laugh Factory, came out before the comedy club. Maybe not. I don't know.
Are you talking about Comedy Store?
No.
The Comedy Store is an American comedy club, open in April of '72. So it would have been 1 year
It
after.
did come out. Yeah, it did come out before then.
So, because that's the only one that's Comedy Factory is not
No.
coming up in the listings. The Comedy Store is might be.
It was Comedy Club.
Oh, Comedy Club. Yeah, that's not good. Comedy Club is a venue.
You said that.
No, it's a definition. A comedy club is, but a comedy store is, that's coming up. The Comedy Store, Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. Austin Comedy Club, that wouldn't be the same.
Nah.
The Comedy Club of Kansas City, that wouldn't be the same.
I think this came out of New York, the one that was
Teehee's Comedy
televised
Club.
and they made videos of and stuff. I think that was out of...
Yeah, it could have been a comedy club in a particular location. I'm getting all sorts of comedy clubs in locations, but no, like Comedy Store, Comedy Factory. Those are branded. Yeah, that's not coming up. Laurel says, back before everyone got their panties in a knot and were offended by everything. How dare you say that? That I am so offended.
Exactly.
I am offended that you would use
Good
that.
Times and All in the Family and Al Bundy. He was one of my favorites. Can't remember. But
Okay, now I'm gonna give out a little bit of honesty here. I understand that Al and Peg's relationship was a little tumultuous. However, I thought she looked pretty darn good.
she did.
And he was always putting down her
backup.
looks, but I thought she looked pretty good. So
She did. She was a backup singer for years. has a hell of a voice.
Yeah, so I didn't get that whole, because he was always insulting her about her look, and it's like, no, intellect, I get that, but looks,
that's back in the
no.
day when we could do that shit and nobody took
Well, nobody
offense.
did. I just didn't get it because she didn't strike me as being unattractive.
Oh yeah, but yeah, but that, like I said, there's back in the days when you didn't take everything as at its word, didn't take everything seriously.
How dare you? Of course we did. Everything was serious. It's all serious. People need to stop it. If you don't like a show, don't watch the show. The show will go out of syndication.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Turn the channel.
Turn the channel.
Like the show, turn the channel.
Yeah.
What's the matter with
Hey,
you?
who here has been part of the Nielsen family? Has anyone watching the show been a part of the Nielsen family?
Nope. Don't even know about it.
I was. Yeah, whenever you hear, I don't know if they've got to still do. I don't watch TV anymore, really. But when they say how shows are popular or not popular and stuff like that, part of the ratings is through the Nielsen family.
Oh yeah, Nielsen ratings. Okay.
Right. The Nielsen ratings. It's the Nielsen families are all of the households that are polled for what they.
Oh yeah.
For what they watch.
Yeah.
And I've actually been one of the Nielsen families.
Wow.
Not that it's not that makes me anything special, because they just randomly, poll people. But yes, I was the Nielsen fan. However,
did you have to do that like for a whole season?
No. They just poll you and they tell you they ask you a bunch of questions and stuff like that, and you answer the questions and they get their ratings. But about real special stuff. So, Senator Graham, what the hell's his name?
Lindsay.
I'm thinking Liam. I'm like, Liam isn't right. It's close, but
no.
Lindsay
Graham.
Lindsey Graham.
He used to be something.
Well, yeah, he was something.
and in his time, he was actually a good senator.
Yeah, well.
But he turned into some kind of a, I don't know, rhino. I don't know what. He just lost it.
But he is. He's seen my house.
Oh, really?
Yes. He's not the only person that's ever seen my house. Plenty of people have seen my house, but he's seen my house. He's like, "Yeah, you live here?" I was like, he said, "No." He goes, "Is this yours?" I said, "Yes, it is." He goes,
"What a question!"
It's something like, "It's a beautiful place," or something. A beautiful place. And it's like, "Yes, it is." Thank you. And off he went. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't have a big house.
I don't either. I don't like big houses.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
Well, I like.
I wouldn't mind a big house, but
if they're old,
I don't have.
I don't have old
a big house.
houses.
Peggy says, "I didn't know that Nielsen ratings still existed, since networks can track viewerships electronically now. They might. I don't know. Yeah, let's find out. Because, like I said, I don't even know. Do they still happen? Yeah, they do it. They had lost accreditation in 2022, and they regained it in 2023. Yeah, it's a oversight board for the Media Ratings Council. That's not right. Nielsen regains accreditation for TV ratings. See, ratings would be different than where you fall, though. So maybe they have changed their focus, or Didn't change it, but focus more on one thing. TV ratings in the streaming era explained. Nielsen ratings are, however, still the foundation for the public-facing component of TV measurement on networks and cable outlets. So, yeah. I didn't care too much one way or the other. I didn't watch a show because it was getting higher ratings or higher rankings than other shows. I watched a show because I liked it. So yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I honestly don't think that most of those ratings things mean two hoots to the general public anymore. Maybe for executives at the networks, maybe for advertising. Advertising purposes. But have any of you watched a show or not watched a show because you saw that it was up or down in ratings?
No.
How about you all in the YouTube text? Yeah, Laurel says no. Yeah, so I have no idea. Even when it was in the heights, like look at the 70s and 80s. It was interesting to see who had the better ratings, but that's not why I watch shows. Well, most of the time in the 80s, I only got one channel anyways.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So I watched what the network put on there.
Lawrence Welk on Sunday nights. Yeah. I remember that.
When it's on, it's on.
Yep.
Now there's a lot more choices.
Yeah.
And now you can record, and not only just with a DVD. Now you can do it just on your cable box. Got a part of your cable package, so you can, if you're watching NBC and ABC and CBS all have stuff at the same time, you can record the other ones while you're watching your own show.
I love that everything's gone to streaming.
Doesn't help me much. I cut that service out. So I don't, like I said, I don't even watch TV anymore. It wasn't worth. I was only watching TV about not counting Netflix and stuff like. TV. The standard networks. I was only watching them 2 or 3 times a week, so I'd get 2 or 3 hours maybe a week. So it wasn't worth the money each month to not really watch anything. Yeah, there were some shows that I couldn't get anymore, but it didn't ruin my life. I do most of my stuff on YouTube. You know, I'll go to bed and I'll turn on YouTube and watch whatever show or series I'm watching there, or I'll get my tablet, lay it on my belly, prop it up, right between my chest and my belly, just right there, and just watch YouTube. Judy says same. Yeah. It's like there's all sorts of cool stuff online. And then I keep Netflix just for when they have a good series or a good movie or whatever. I thought about getting rid of them. But then I looked into the other streaming services, and their stuff sucked even more than Netflix's did. It's like, no, I'm not going to pay them for worse programs. One of them was like everything from the 70s and 80s. It's like, why do I need to pay to see that?
Yeah, really.
I mean, it's neat if Netflix, and they do every once in a while, slide some older stuff in. That's good, but... So cut the costs. Now it's just internet, and then I run with what is it? What am I running? I can't. It's and get those little fire sticks.
Oh, Amazon, yeah.
Roku.
Prime.
The Roku.
Fire Stick is Amazon. Yeah, I've got Roku and
Yeah, well, the
Amazon.
Fire Stick you get Roku, Amazon. There's a whole bunch of them all in the same thing.
Well, yeah, they're just apps on that
Apps
Fire Stick.
on the Fire Stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have the Fire Stick, and then I use Roku on it, and call it a day. Call it a day. And it's great. It's wireless. I don't have to. I don't have to run new lines up into any room that I have a TV in, because as long as the Wi-Fi connection is good enough, it's like my bedroom's directly above the living room. The Wi-Fi is in the corner of the living room. Problem solved. Now I'm running LAN into my studio, so I get better connection. So that's not a problem. We still got folks watching. Hey, folks, say hello. Let us know where you're from.
Yeah, really.
I'm sure Gus and Sally are listening by now. With this many people on. Yeah, so this week I've got outdoor stuff to do. Try to expand more content. This last couple days were Friday. I pretty near took the day off, but I worked with the DSLR in the studio for the new upcoming guitar videos. I'm no virtuoso. So anybody expecting great stuff, you're not going to get it. But I'm hoping that, and you get people that suck. And I don't suck. I'm not good, but I don't suck. And then you got people that are just like, holy shit, and you guys are good. So the average person going on YouTube and they're looking for people who are playing guitars, like let's say you want to learn how to play X song. Now, I'm not going to give instructionals, but the way I play is I play the melody. I play where the voice sings, and you very seldom see that on the videos. And I don't play truly complex. I play very simple. You don't see that either. Just simple, clean melodies. And I believe that there's a huge segment of the population out there, that especially people who are just picking up the guitar, or they have had the guitar for a while and then they just get all frustrated. It's like, oh man, I can't play like all these guys on YouTube. Don't play like all these guys on YouTube.
There's some people just
play
natural.
like you. Play like you. If you enjoy it.
Got a niece that she's one of those, like Roy Clark, can pick up any instrument and play it.
I can do about the same. I just can't play it very well. I haven't found an instrument that within, 15 to 20 minutes, I can't play songs on it. I just can't play. I can't play like Roy Clark. Roy Clark is a virtuoso that doesn't matter what instrument he picks up, he can play it well. There's a few like him. There's Roy Clark. There's Phil Collins is another one. Just virtuoso.
Yeah, there's
a bunch of them out there.
Have that talent.
Yeah. So I play okay. I play it. Well, you heard a short clip of just I was futzing around. I just wanted to hear how's the mic picking it up? How's it going to sound? The guitar sounds even better than that. If I can get it mic'd up properly, it's going to be better. But that wasn't bad. That was a pretty good sound. But beautiful sounding guitar. It's my Taylor. I like my Fender. My Fender's good. I started with my Fender. It's fine. But my Fender is a black, and they called it a Johnny Cash special. That wasn't the official name. It was just all black. Black pick guard, black guitar. My kids got me a Running Horses. You've seen the pictures. Running Horses pick guard in a negative. And that was fine. Got me going. That's as low quality as you'd want with a guitar. It's about where a lot of people start. Good guitar. Excuse me. Fender CD60. It's about it. 300, 350. It's fine.
It's cheap.
It's
cheap guitar.
For guitars, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want, I would say don't get anything cheaper than that. But if you go online, you look, I want a good guitar to start out with. The Fender CD60 it's in everybody's list.
Yeah.
It's like this is where you want to start. You don't want to start anything under that. Good guitar, just 4 guitars, inexpensive. Now my Taylor, not so expensive or not so cheap. It's a 314 CE limited edition. So we're looking at you can tack some zeros on the end of that for that guitar, but it's not the top of their line either. I would consider for Taylors it's where it's their 3 series for people who aren't familiar with the Taylor guitars. Their 3 series are where they start with solid woods. Anything under that will be laminates, and there's nothing wrong with laminates. But the 3 series on up, it's all solid woods. And this is a U.S. made guitar. They have guitars made overseas, and that's fine too. They're good guitars, but they cost less because the production costs are less and stuff. So, but whatever. So, I have a very nice, but not not extravagant. You know, we're not looking at $8,000-$9,000 guitar. We're not. No. I'm looking at like a $3,500 guitar, somewhere around in there. And a special edition, or a limited edition, so that makes it even nicer for me.
Yeah. Who was that the guitars are really expensive? I think his name was Paul something. Or something Paul.
Les Paul?
Les Paul. There you go.
Yeah, it's a type of guitar. Yeah. It's a style of guitar.
Yeah.
For the man. Yes, it was a real person, but yeah, it was a
yeah.
Yeah, Les Paul is a let me show you a Les Paul. Okay. These are Les Pauls. From Gibson. These are all Les Pauls.
Oh, okay. So it's a style.
It's a style.
Okay.
For Les Paul, but Gibson makes these. And as you can see, this is $3,000, just over $3,000.
Yeah.
This Les Paul is $6,500. This is just over $7,000. So you've got a wide range in prices. So that's going to be what types of wood, the quality of craftsmanship. There's things that you can't see, like if you were to pick up my guitar, the frets, you can run your hand down the side of the neck. You won't get cut by the frets. They're just smooth. You can just barely feel them. The fretwork is better. The radius on the side of the neck is smooth. You can't feel any gaps. You can see where there's different woods, but you can't. So there's a lot that goes into the quality of a guitar. And these are Les Paul style. You've also got a Telecaster. Those are from Fender Telecasters. These are Telecaster styles. Right here's a very classic shape. You see where you've got the horn just on I'll call it a horn. It's not a horn.
Yeah.
You got the cutaway. You got the cutaway on the bottom, but no cutaway on the top. And then this one here has 2 pickups, but you can have more than 2 pickups, and you can see how all of the controls are in a straight line this way. If you can watch, yeah, my mouse is showing up. Okay. I don't play, when it comes to electric, I don't play a Telecaster. I play a Stratocaster. That's what I play. Although this is a Fender Stratocaster, but... And you'll see...
Is that 6-string?
Yeah, they're all 6 strings. Well, they're not all. You can get a 12 string. But yeah, these are 6 strings. But you see how now the controls are at an angle this way? So you've got your 3 or 5-way switch here. They originally came with a 3-way switch. But what the old time players were doing is they would take the switch, instead of from the middle, they'd run it right between the front, between the 1 and the 2 and the 3. So it would be, now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they'd run it in between. They'd balance it in there where it was making connection with both of those circuits. Then they started coming out with a 5-way because all the players were running it in between. So if you get a really old guitar, like if you get like a 64, 65, and if it's built the same way, it'll only be a three-way switch. But you can get a 64, 65 made new, or you can switch out the switch to a 5-way. 5-way is what we normally play. And depending upon what we're playing, depending upon what position it is. Mine, on the other hand, like this one, is a single coil. Mine is an HSS, which means instead of 1 coil back here, there's 2 coils, and they're right next to each other, and they play in harmony. It's a richer style. Telecasters and Les Pauls use the humbuckers. That's what's a humbucker. They use that more often. Now, people wanted to have a richer sound in a Stratocaster, so they started incorporating humbuckers into it. So then you'll have a humbucker in the back, and then a single coil and a single coil. And depending upon what I'm playing, depends upon what position I'm in. So if you want just the humbuckers in the back, it's a position 1 way down at the bottom. And way up at the top would be just the first pickup. So you'd have 1 would be, or let's go with by the neck. We'll call that position 1. You got 1, which is just the neck. Then you have 2, which is the neck in the middle. Then you have 3, which is the middle. Then you have 4, which is the middle and the bridge. Then you have 5, which is just the bridge. Because you see how I said what they were doing is, at first it was just 1, 2, and 3. But people wanted to mix. They wanted to mix their coils. So they'd balance it between. It's you'd feel it, and it'd be like, okay, it's like and it's there, and it won't flip up to the next one. So you're just balancing right on the edge between the two. But now they don't have to. So mine is an HSS, unsplittable. In other words, mine has a humbucker by the bridge, and then 2 single coils. But I can't split my single coil. Now, you see these 2 knobs right here. One is volume and one is tone.
Right.
So a lot of these will have, they'll call it push-pull pot. So if you push it in, another feature of one of these, it'll either be on the tone or the volume. You push it in, you've split your humbucker coil, so it acts like a single coil. It's not a true single coil because they're not wound the same.
Is there a third knob there above those 2?
Right here? Yes, there is on this one. There's a third knob on here, which I don't know what that knob would be. So it would be got to be a mixer knob.
Oh.
Because I think mine's only got 2. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of mine. Let's go here. Can't see it very well there. Can't see it there. No. Yeah, there's 3 knobs. I have an old one right there. Come on. I've got a crap ton of my other guitars because this is my Fender.
Okay. Okay.
See, it's black and it's got the running horses in negative. Okay, now let's see here. Oh, where the heck is it? See, this is my Fender as well. So see, I do play my Fender. Here's my Fender. Here's my Taylor. Here's my Taylor again. Come on now. Here is this is not an old guitar, by the way. This is a brand new guitar that's been distressed. Not a fan of it. I love old guitars that have good wear. I don't like
Something like that. Yeah.
physically distressing it.
Yeah, I don't like that in my clothes either.
Yeah. I want to put the wear in it.
Yep.
I want to earn everything.
Yep.
See, here's my guitar, but you can't see it. You can't see it very much. This is the back of and see, there's my Fender up on the wall in the back, and this is, I'm playing my Yamaha. I have a Yamaha. Let's see here. That's not. It's not pulling it up. I have a picture of my. Let's see here. I just scroll really fast. Got a crap ton of pictures. But yeah, I'm not a big one into, and people pay huge amount of money for custom distressed guitars, and I just can't.
Yeah, I'm just, hey, that's like putting barnwood up in your house.
Well, I can see where it would.
In the right room,
in the right places,
right,
yeah, but
right, in the right.
I'm not a big buy furniture that looks distressed. I want to buy new furniture, and then any dings or wear gets put into it.
Minimalist furniture, I'm not real crazy about either.
Yeah. Well, where are you? Oh, hell. I can't find I will show you my guitar, but it's not my guitar. Let's see here.
There's our buddy Mayorkas. There's another 0 needs to go.
Okay, this is a... Okay. That's my guitar. That's my guitar. Looks just like that.
Okay.
That's my guitar. I see. I've only got 2 knobs on mine, but it has the 5-way switch, and you can see here's the humbuckers in the back. You see where it's 2. It looks like 2 single coils. It's really not. They look the same, but they're not wound the same. This is my.
What is the purpose of the 2 bridges?
The 2 coils?
Yeah.
it gives a richer sound. And it also bucks the hum. Hence humbucker. You know,
okay.
have you ever heard a guitar put in and then before they
Whiny?
start playing it, you hear it when
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
musician plugs it into an amp and you just see that
Right.
that's a hum. Well, you get that. That's called a single coil hum. It's a cycle hum.
Okay.
And you get that with the single coils. Now humbuckers makes it quiet, but it also gives a richer sound. Humbucker, it bucks the hum. So that's the purpose
Okay.
of it.
Oh, cool.
And it sounds different. It sounds different. So again, depending upon what I'm going to be playing on my electric guitar, my settings are going to be different. Also, whatever voice that I'm voicing it in is going to be different. Now, I don't use pedals. I use a modeling amp. I use a Fender Mustang. I forget the series number. Mustang 25 or 50, 50 maybe. Modeling amp. And they call them modeling amps because they don't use tubes. It's all electronic. And I have all sorts of presets. And I have one preset for myself as if I had like 4 or 5 pedals, which gives it the voice. So you have like overdrive and you get harmonics and or clean. You can go clean because a clean guitar sound on electric guitar does not sound like most of the stuff you hear recorded because they're not running it clean. They're running it with pedals. Now I do all of that via my modeling amp. Whatever my settings are, if I go Fender clean, I'm going to play X song. If I go honky tonk, let's say, it'll sound more like a Telecaster played with country western. And that'll dictate the songs that I play. Or I play mine. Mine's on preset 60, which is they're 1 through 30. Yeah, 1 through 30 and then doubled back. So I go reverse. So I drop it back. It's the first empty slot on the far end, but I come in from 1, I go backwards instead of all the way up to it. So whatever. So I just go to my preset, and I've got harmonics in there, so it's a richer. I've got a little bit of a delay, a little bit of an echo, a little bit of reverb, so that it is a fuller sound when you're playing alone. When you're playing with other instruments, it's not so important because they're going to be carrying a lot of the weight. When you're playing by yourself, you kind of want things to sound nice and pretty. So I use my preset on my Strat. It's a Strat style. It's a Yamaha, it's not a Fender, but Strat style. And I also have a drum machine. I run a drum machine.
What is that?
I'll show you.
Oh, is that one of those like synthesizers that you can add the different
Yeah, sort of.
you can add the different instruments in, like a piano or a
No,
you know.
no. I have a drum machine. I don't have a. It's no. No. This is all drums. It's not. It's not a. It just does drums. It's not a. Here we go. There it is, right there. That's what I have. A Boss DR01S rhythm partner. It's actually made for an acoustic guitar, and I can use it with my acoustic guitar. But I also, this is just it alone. But I have a pedal that turns on the effects, as well as turns on and off extra effects with it. But the extra effects are not. They're not synthesizers or pianos. It's more like. It's an extra drum effect. So I have that goes with it. And some people think that you can't run this through a guitar amp at the
Have you ever
same
seen
time.
that guy that
And you can, because I do it.
I first saw him on, I think it was Facebook, the guy that makes guitars, but he makes them out of like flywheels and different tools and
Yeah,
like a
I don't think I know
shovel
him specifically, but yeah, the people have been
yeah, I
doing
can't
that.
remember what
Yeah,
his name is.
yeah, it's
Boy, I
common.
tell you, he had some wild shit.
Yeah, yeah, because they're just stringed instruments. I mean, that's how instruments came to
Yeah,
be.
right.
But yeah, and I run this. The only pedal that I really have, an actual pedal, aside from what I use with this drum machine, is my looper pedal. I have a looper pedal, and that does exactly what you think it is. I'll play something. Excuse me. It records it, and then it plays it back in a loop, which is quite challenging because you have to make sure it starts and stops at the same time. If you're off, there's going to be a pause, or then it's going to come too soon. So for me, it takes a few times to get the loop right. Now, people who use looper pedals all the time, they're really good at it, and they can just do a loop and it's done, do another loop and it's done. And my looper pedal allows me to run multiple loops. I can do a loop on top of a loop on top of a loop. So in other words, if I go and I record a bass line, and then I record something over the top of it, they'll both be looping at the same time. And I can go, I forget how many loops I can do off the top of my head, 9, 10, 12. I just keep doing it. And then I can back it up and remove the last part that I put on it. But then I'd have to, if I mess up in between, I can't go back to number 3 and just remove number 3. I've got to remove number 5, 4, and 3, then do 3 again, then do 5, then 4 again, then 5 again, if that makes sense. I can't pick and choose. It's whatever order it's stacked, and then I can back it up. So there's a lot of things that I can do that it's pretty cool. And like I said, people, and oh, you can't run a looper. You can't run a looper on a modeling amp. Yeah, bullshit. Here's what you have to know when you're running a looper on a modeling amp, is because of where it fits in the chain. Comes before, not after. It doesn't mean much to most people out there. If you're an electric guitar player, you know what I'm talking about. It's the chain of signal. Your guitar, your effects, your processing, your other effects, going out to your speakers. You can have things in different orders in the chain. Now, with a modeling amp, it's your looper isn't at the end of the chain. If it was at the end of the chain, what would happen is whatever you're doing, like let's say you're doing one part with X effect on it, and you record it on the looper, but it's at the end of the chain, then it'll play it through again, and you'll get that effect. And if you do another set of whatever you're doing with another effect, you can record that on the looper at the end again. It'll play both of those, but they're playing it clean back in. With a modeling amp, you can't put it at the end of the chain. So you have to know that everything that you're playing is before your effects, and your effects affect everything on the loop. Because your looper is before the effects, if that makes sense. Did that make sense? Where if it's after the effects and then you're playing it clean, you can do as many effects as you want and as many loops as you want. If it's before it, everything that's on the loop gets filtered through the effects. So if you have an echo or a delay or a reverb or whatever, everything that you were playing on the looper gets that effect by default, because it's before the effects, not after the effects. So that's all you have to do. You have to know what your equipment's going to do. So you go, okay, if I want to play I can't do a clean bass line. And yes, you can do a bass line on a standard guitar. I can't do a clean bass line and then do a reverb with harmonics and what have you, and delay on the second part, because everything coming through is going to get all of that filter. It's going to get all of those effects. So that's all you have to do, is you have to know you have to pick one sound for everything and then run with it. However, it does not affect your drums. So when I throw my drum loop in, that's coming in another channel and it doesn't get any effects applied to it. Now I can run the drum machine like I've got up there right now. I can run that separate. And then I can control the volume on the machine itself. Or I can set the volume so that when it's going into my amp, it's in harmony, tonal, volume-wise, with my playing. In other words, they're set at the same volume. Then if I turn up my master volume on the amp, they both get turned up or they both get turned down at the exact same proportions. So I don't have to keep adjusting. So preset on the machine on the outside, running in, so that's at the, like I do with you. Is your voice higher than mine, louder than mine? Same idea. And then when that's set, I just have to control the master volume on the amp itself, and they both go up and down. So yeah, you can run a drum machine for a it's really meant for an acoustic guitar, through an amplifier, and run it with your electric guitar. You can do it. It can be done. So, and the good thing about this particular drum machine is it's fairly small. It's each of the circles is about this big around, proportionally. So it's not huge. It's only about this big. And all of the sounds on it are actual recorded sounds. They're not MIDI files. They're not computer generated synthesized drums. They're actual recordings of drums. So if you have a snare, it's an actual snare. If you have a top hat, it's a top hat. If you have a, kicker or bass, whatever, that's what it is. It's an actual recording of that particular drum. So it sounds really good. Judy says, I don't understand any of this, but I tried your Devil's Cut last night, and that's the last thing I remember.
That's the last thing she remembers.
Oh God. So you got Devil's Cut. That's a good bang for the buck. Like I said, I've got other versions. They've got several right in the same price range. You got like extra aged and double dark, and they're okay. I like Devil's Cut the best out of all of them, right in that little segment. But yeah, Devil's Cut, that's a good one. So yeah, I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that for my enjoyment, and none of it's cheap. I mean, this is a $250 drum machine by itself, but then I don't have it by itself. I've got the other goodies with it. So that brings it up to $375 or some crap like that, which isn't super expensive, but it's not $60. It's not $35. Same way with my other guitars. They're not. The CD60 is, for a guitar, $350 is nothing for a guitar. But it's not cheap. It's inexpensive for a guitar, but it's not cheap. Cheap is 60, 100. But 100's expensive for a lot of people too. Don't buy a $100 guitar. You're going to stop playing. You're not going to get, if you're not willing to spend at least $300 on a guitar, you're probably going to get frustrated and stop playing. But I'm of the type, a lot of people go, oh, don't waste your time getting an expensive guitar. Well, expensive. That depends upon what you mean. You can go out and you can get yourself, like let's say a Taylor, but get yourself a not a 3 series. Get yourself a 1 series or a 2 series, and spend $900, $1,200, and you're gonna have a good guitar. They're just the workmanship and the quality. You're not going to know the difference. You're not, but it's not going to be like a 3 series, 4 or 5, so on. And these are little things that most people, you're not. If you were to just look at them side by side, don't touch them. Just look at them. You're probably not going to notice much difference. It's when you pick them up and you look really close and you see the quality and the craftsmanship. That's when you go, oh, I get it. Like I said, there's silky smooth playing. The joint work is impeccable. The finish work is impeccable. The wood is impeccable. So you just pay a little bit more for that. But yeah, if you can afford and you know right, what I'd say is get yourself a decent guitar to play with, and then if you think you're going to want to do it and you want to spend $25,000, I don't care, spend it. Just, I'm not a snob like that. Oh, you don't deserve it. Don't deserve. You deserve what you can pay for and you enjoy. It's like with cars. Right. You know, oh gee, you want a Ferrari? You're not a race car driver? Who cares? Can you afford the Ferrari? Is it what you want? Get it. Let the other people say what they want to say. Get what you can afford and that you enjoy, and then have at it. So yeah, if you can only play Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars and you've got yourself a $15,000 guitar, bless you.
Yeah.
Hey, if that's what makes you happy and that's what you can afford, then. Peggy says, I didn't inherit my dad's musical ability, but I still have his alto and soprano saxes, which I treasure. Oh, awesome. I'd thought about picking up the sax at one point. I really want a bagpipe. That's one of those things that's like, oh, it could be so cool, but it's also one of those instruments. It's going to sound like about as worse as you can get for any starting instrument.
Yeah.
So
my uncle, he played bagpipes. They had a troop or whatever they call them, and they came out and played at his funeral, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, they're a cool instrument. And there's Scottish bagpipes, there's Irish bagpipes, there's pipes from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And
these were all Scots.
Most people get the Scottish. I think the Irish has like a it's different though. The way it pumps is different.
Yeah, we have a big Scot thing here that goes on here every year. It's always entertaining. But, you know, it's just something you don't ever hear anymore, you know?
Oh, well, depends upon where you're at. I can tell you, bagpipes are huge in New England.
Yeah,
and
they're not here. We've
got, because there's a very large Scottish community. Well, hell, Queechee Gorge, Queechee. You can't get any more Scottish than Queechee, and that's in Vermont.
Yeah, and Illinois too. There's a lot of Scots.
Well, let's see here. I'm trying to. These are Scottish bagpipes. These are not Irish bagpipes. Sorry to tell you, buddy. You can't get anything. And that's the Royal Irish Regiment, but that's using a Scottish bagpipe. Oh, here we go. Here's more. You see how this has it's got a pump with it, like this, and a smaller bag. And you see how all of your chanters and everything, your drones, are all really close together, where the Scottish is, they're fanned out, and
Yeah,
it's got a
right.
bigger bag, and
Yeah.
instead of blowing, this is what keeps your bag filled on this type of bagpipe is your little bellows, where the Scottish bagpipe, you blow in through, you fill it up through where your chanter is.
Right.
I'm not that versed in how you do it, but I know that's where you blow. That's where you blow it into it, and then you just because what you're doing is you're filling it up through the chanter, but the chanter is being played via the air from the bag. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's different. You got a lot of things going on there. You got a lot of things going on, but yeah, it's definitely different. They're two different beasts. Yeah, I've always wanted one of those. My father had a bagpipe. Yeah, had a banjo. Judy says, "Gus, save us." What's the matter, Judy? You don't like the direction of the conversation tonight? I don't know if Gus plays an instrument. Instruments are humans are hardwired to make music, to sing, to make instruments and play. It's in our DNA.
Maybe in yours.
No, it is. It's in the human DNA. Yeah. That's why you'll find yourself, even if you're just, you can't sing and you can't play an instrument and there's music on, you find yourself tapping to the beat and stuff like that.
Well, I sing all the time in
Yeah.
the car,
Yeah.
in the shower.
Well, yeah,
whatever.
I mean, yeah.
But
I'm not saying everybody's good
I
at
wouldn't
it.
do it in public.
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody's good at it. I'm saying it's in our DNA. Some people are better
Okay.
than others. Hey, Gus, how you doing?
No, I'm not saving you, Judy.
I don't even know what she was talking about. I thought we were doing fine. We're just going over different instruments and explaining things. Hey, if anybody out there has a PRS that they would like to send to me, my address is below PRS, and people are like, what the hell is it? It's a guitar company. It's Paul Reed Smith. Yeah. Another type of guitar. How you doing, Gus?
Oh, good. I've been just listening almost from the beginning.
Oh, almost. See, I knew you had to have been around there. Is Sally with you?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you play any instruments, Gus?
I do not.
Do not.
Yes, you do.
I do?
Yeah, you play the hammer.
Yeah.
You play the hammer, yeah. Play the saw.
Yeah.
You ever see people play the saw?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yeah.
it's again, it comes back to in the human DNA. If we can make music out of something, we'll do it. Saws are very eerie sounding. It's I'd say it's almost like, what's that machine that the Star Trek theme from the original show was made with? It's got like two electrode sticks up, and you do your hand over, and it makes a
Like a sizer.
yeah. Let's see if I can find that.
What was the guy that they did? We used to joke around about it. He was. I can't even think of his name. I don't know, but we used to joke around about it. You know, this. It's not his name. You know, like Guy Lombardo playing the something, whatever it is, and it used to be. He was a older fella with a mustache, and I can't remember his name, but it was a weird instrument. And it's funny how people can, like you say, you
Was
can
it
play.
a string? Was it a string?
What type of instrument was it?
I can't remember. It's been so long since we've made a joke about it that I at work all the time we used to make jokes about it.
Yeah, the instrument on the original Star Trek show was called a theremin. I'll pop up it's a really weird. It's an electronic. Let's see here. Hopefully, I won't get copyright struck.
My grandmother played the zither.
A zither, yeah.
Xylophone? No, not xylophone.
No, zither.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to think of that
Let's just
guy's
go to
name.
where she is.
It was a running joke we had at work because a couple of guys I used to work with, they played in a band, and one was a drummer, one was a guitar player, and we used to joke about it. I played a trumpet when I was in school. I sucked at it.
There it is. But you see that it's kind of like an electronic box, and it's got a pole on one end, and it makes sound by the electrical field. You move your hands through it. So yeah, that was really weird. Yeah, the missus plays clarinet. She plays a clarinet.
Yeah, I was going to take that up in high school, but
now what's the old guy? You were saying about the old guy with the mustache, and he plays a weird instrument.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember what his name was.
Do you know what he...
I can't even remember the instrument. It was just some weird...
Well, you're not helping me out here.
It made the noises or whatever. I can't.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to do a strange instruments thing. Yeah, that's not helping me out, Gus. It sounds like a cat when I step on
it does. Let's squeeze the cat.
Squeeze a cat. Do you recall what the instrument looked like? No. You're no help.
I know.
You know what's really cool? What is the what's it called? It's the glass harp thingy that
oh, it's a glass harp.
The glass harp. And they wet their fingers, and it's spinning, and they wet their fingers and they play it.
You mean?
No. They're right.
There is a glass harp.
Yeah, there's
glass harp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Let's see here. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's the glass harp. There was one of the founding fathers owned a glass harp.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
He's the one that invented it.
And they have it's like putting a bunch of wine glasses, but of varying sizes, on one spinning pole, and you just wet your fingers.
Crank on it that you turn the. Have you seen it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we got pictures right here. See, here they are. Here they're using actual glasses, but they've got where's the one where it's no. Here it is. Like this one. Benjamin Franklin invented the glass harp. They're using a harp that's made of glasses, and they're various sizes of glasses, and they fill them up with different liquids. Does the same thing, but this is the original glass harp. Yeah.
What instruments were they playing when they did the Thunderstruck remake? Do you remember that? The
Thunderstruck remake?
Yeah. They were.
Weren't they playing bagpipes?
No, they made guitars out of like a shovel.
Oh, you're talking about a remake from a separate band.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
It was like a hillbilly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
hillbilly.
They have like a flat shovel that's turned into a guitar, and
Yeah,
then they
that's
have
what I
another
was.
one
There
that's
was this.
it's almost like a
Yep.
cello type thing.
Yeah, they used the
Yeah.
double-ended saw, and they
Mhm.
were playing that as an instrument.
Yep.
Yeah, there's also the guy I was thinking of. He was an old Harley person that took Harley parts,
Mhm.
sprockets and wheels and whatnot, and made instruments out of them. Swamp drivers. They
Yeah.
call them.
There's a bunch of folks that do that type of thing out there. Yeah. Like I said, we're humans. If we can make music out of something, then we're gonna make music out of it. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking up weird and odd
Instruments.
music.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton.
There are. The ones that are successful, they stick around. The ones that aren't, you don't hear about them anymore. But yeah. Yep. Humans are a very, very creative and very musical species.
See, my rhythm is the opposite, and that's what I've been told is like playing a drum. I had a friend of mine who was a really good. He played the guitar and he played the drum, and his beat was the opposite of mine. And he said, "I've never heard anybody play like that before."
I'm saying you're off.
It's just
That's not nice.
well, he was good. He was being a critic.
Yeah.
got
Oh no, I
problem.
get it. I get it.
I thought it was funny.
It's not for everybody. And,
No, it's not.
yeah. But you enjoy music.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I can pick a lot of shit out. I used to be able to read music, but that's all long gone.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I used to be able to, but nope.
So no, I can't
Yeah.
read music and I can't play and sing at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's my kryptonite. So you found his weaknesses, folks. Don't give it to the Russians. They've been searching for that for a long time.
I'll tell you what, though, it takes an awful lot for somebody like you playing the drums.
Mm-hmm.
You're not playing. Your hands are going at one, and your feet are
And
going.
your feet
at
are going.
another.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of coordination in that, and
Yep.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I might be able to do that because I'm focusing on something else. I can't verbalize. I can't verbalize and play. Hey, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And you know that their drummer has one arm, right?
Right.
Yeah, he got into an accident back, and
Right.
they thought that the band was going to break up. They're like, no. So he went through his rehab, and he relearned how to play, and then that's why a lot of their songs, especially from that point, specifically from that point on, have a distinctive sound to them from the drums, because he does everything with one hand, one arm.
Yep.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
And that's a really cool story for them not letting him go, and he did not want to give it up. So
That was his passion, was
Yep.
music.
Yep. People can do amazing things, and then people can do some pretty stupid shit too.
No way.
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, believe it or not.
Speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw my my post earlier today about Mr. Resume. It always just makes me shake my head. It's like, look, there was no. Who cares? I don't care. Why are you telling me this? I don't. I mean, he didn't give his resume, but you listen to what he's talking about, and yeah, I did this, and I did that, and I know this, and I knew that. It's like, dude, shut up. I'm not even here to see you. I'm here to see the director. I'm not here to see you.
Yeah.
It's like, man, why do? Well, I know why. I know
course.
why. And Judy hit it on the nail. There was another bull in the room,
Yeah.
and he wanted to impress me, and whoever else was listening. And no, he didn't impress me. Yeah, it's like, no, stop. And stop talking about stuff that you think that you know you're talking about, but clearly you don't, because I have to correct you. Yeah, I was nice.
Well,
That's
That's one of the reasons why I didn't. I was sitting here listening to all the guitar conversation. It's like, I know nothing.
Oh, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'll be the first to admit, even when it comes to guitar stuff, so I don't know. I don't know everything. I'll tell you what I know.
The only thing I know is the difference between a guitar and a banjo.
Yeah, and they're strung opposite, I think, aren't they too?
Right.
And one string shorter. It's like, so it's a different. They're strung opposite and one string shorter. How they resonate is different too. Goat, Goat. What's Goat? What, greatest of all time? What are you talking about, Goat? Judy, but go ahead while we figure out what Judy was talking about. You were saying, Gus?
Oh. I just said I love the banjo.
Yeah.
I absolutely love somebody who plays a banjo. Roy
Clark? Roy Clark?
It was Roy Clark.
Yeah, but he can play. We talked about him earlier. He can play. He can play damn near anything. Oh, have you heard his version of Margawena? Is it Margawena?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of his music, and it's fascinating.
He has such a fast strum.
He does.
It's a blur. Yeah. He was truly one of the greatest.
He was, and it really made me laugh, when they talk about these great guitar players and things like that. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't put Roy Clark in the mix, then you don't know. You know what you've been told. You don't really know the great guitar players, because everybody out there in the industry who knows will rank Roy Clark as one of the greatest guitar players of all times. Judy says you are the GOAT. Well, thank you. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. I'm just bad. I know that was that was a dad joke right there. Yeah. But yeah, Roy Clark is just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, look it up, Margawena or something. Heck, if you even spell it even close to that, you're going to get the videos of it.
Oh yeah,
it is mind blowing. It's a Spanish style song.
Oh yeah,
I don't play like that. You heard the video that you all saw. That's about as fast as I play. Most of it's even slower than that. That's about as fast as I can play. That's it. So again, I am a porch player, in the living room player, by the campfire player, and no frills. No, I don't overcomplicate things. I just play. I make the guitar sing. Whatever you're going to sing, when you hear a singer sing the song, that's what the guitar is playing.
I play a damn mean air guitar.
Air guitar. Oh, I told you about my son, right? And his guitar, his guitar journey. He started.
You got that striped shirt and your underwear?
Yeah,
that's right.
My son started out. He had gotten a really dirt cheap piece of shit electric guitar from one of his friends. And he started with that, and he didn't do very well. Didn't last very long, and then he switched over to Guitar Hero.
Yep.
And that's his journey. That's where his journey ended. Guitar Hero. So, other than that, he doesn't play guitar. But yeah,
I didn't inherit the musical gene in my body.
Oh, that's okay.
I didn't either. I tried clarinet and I tried piano and I had an organ, and hey, none of it worked.
Yeah, I like keyboard. Piano and keyboard, that's nice. I'm not
I can
very
make
good
a
at that
dog
either.
howl.
You can make a dog howl. Well, there's a start. Yeah.
There
Hey,
you go.
I know an instrument that you could play, and anybody can play this one. You get yourself
Comb.
a comb. I've played the comb. You're talking about comb with wax paper? Yeah. Similar idea. The Jew's harp. You can get the Jew's harp and play the Jew's harp. You know what a Jew's harp is, right?
Yeah, it's that thing that's got the wire that.
Yeah, right. It's like
Yeah.
a loop, and it's got two forks at the end, and you place it
Yeah, it's
between
got
your.
that wire
and it's got the wire, and you go
between
twang,
it.
twang, 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 twang. Yeah.
I got one.
You
can't
have a
play
Jew's
it.
harp?
I can't play it.
No. Oh, get out of here.
I've got a harmonica that I can't play. I did keep that.
Yeah, I used to have a harmonica.
I can sound just like Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Yeah. You can't play the Jew's harp. That is, oh my goodness. You must really accelerate in some other field.
Well, I'll tell you what. I still got a few years. I'll let you know when I find it.
You find what you can what you're accelerating at, or
Right.
oh my goodness. Wow, I've never seen anybody not be able to play the Jew's harp.
You have now.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. And I can play the fife, and I can play the recorder. So if I can play the fife, I'm sure that I can play the flute. I've never tried a flute. I've never had a flute in my hands, but I played the fife. I can play the fife.
You gonna be another Lizzo?
Yeah, no,
The flautist?
no, no.
Ain't shit, Trip.
No. Yeah, she's something. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
something.
really.
We touched on her a little bit the last show. She's finding herself in some hot waters because she's
Well, that's good. About time.
well, yeah, she's full of shit. Well, she's full of
Yeah,
something.
she is.
Obviously, she's full of a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Donuts mostly. I'm not sorry.
oh man, she's something else. But yeah, well, hey, you know what you need to do? Maybe a like just a little bongo drums or something like that. Something to just keep. Well, you said that your timing's backwards, so
Right.
that wouldn't help either. I don't know.
Spoons.
Spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They go. Yeah.
Spoons are
Yeah,
fun.
you might.
But spoons rely on rhythm too, so
Well, yeah.
it's like, come on
Okay.
over, Gus. You play the spoons, I'll play the guitar. And it's like, no. Just eat with the spoons, Gus.
I have some spoons to practice with.
Yeah. I've
Get some
always
spoons.
got spoons I can practice with. No thanks. I will tell you though that and I've said this to Sally many times. You know, we'd be driving along and listening to music, and I catch myself doing it. I click my teeth to the music.
You click your teeth to the music. Teeth
Yeah.
to the music. No,
Teeth.
no, he does not click his teats. He does not have pierced nipples. I don't think. I wouldn't. I don't think he's got pierced nipples. Sally, does he have pierced nipples?
I was
No.
just asking you, how do you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was just a guess. My son does. It's whatever.
No.
Not my thing.
I did have a pierced ear for a long time.
Yeah.
I had,
Yeah.
I had to take it out for my one of my operations, and I never put it back.
Yeah, I've got a pierced ear. Left, back when it used to mean something. Left, right,
Right.
both. Used to mean
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it used
Left.
to mean something.
Bet you yours was left as well, right, Gus?
It was.
Yeah, see?
No, it was the right. No.
No, it was the right one. Yeah. Gus, you're from San Francisco.
Yeah. No.
New Hampshire via San Francisco.
Yeah.
No, left. Oh, the same way as the way you wear your scarf meant something as well. So,
Well, I notice next time Sally puts one on.
well, scarf or not scarf, freaking bandana. Scarf. Bandana.
Oh.
Not to the right, not to the left, not to whatever. Unless, of course, you were an actual cowboy out on the range, and the reason why you would wear it is for dust or
Yep.
sweat. But if it was for fashion, other than that, it signified something.
Yeah.
I forget which it signified because I never wore it for fashion. But yeah, definitely ear piercing. And I could still put an earring in now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just haven't
The only
done
time I ever wore a bandana was on my head.
it. Yeah.
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 Out working.
Oh, remember when you, the same way as when you put them on your thigh, they tie them on their thighs, on their jeans, they tie them on their thighs. That would mean some shit too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never did that.
I'm not that smart, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they also had not quite that time period, but a little bit sooner, a little bit, not as early, closer to us, but not much. The girls would wear the feathers and the clips in their hair. Did you ever wear those, Sally?
Feather in it.
What was that?
I used to braid my hair and put a feather in it.
Put a feather in it. But you know what I'm talking about. They had little alligator clips, and they'd have like 2 or 3 feathers on it. And they.
Well, the alligator clips were for something. But
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Roach,
Yeah, alligator. Roach
clips.
clips. Yeah.
What do you mean?
But,
Come on.
we could disguise it in our hair.
And you could disguise it. In your, yeah,
Yes,
just like
exactly.
when we were in art class, we used to make very fanciful vases. They were bongs, they were water bongs, but no, they were vases. So the school would, the taxpayers' money would supply for the, the clay and other things that were used to make bongs.
God, that was after my time.
Peggy says, I am fading fast now. So wish everyone a good night now, and thank you, John. You're welcome, Peggy. Thanks for making the show.
Good night, Peggy. Show up again, please.
Laurel says, I wore that clip with the feathers on my cowgirl hat. Yeah, they would wear them on their cowgirl hats, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any way that they were easily accessible.
Yeah.
On,
She's got a wink there.
on the nipples. It's like, it's like, no. That's not right. Stop it.
No, that's not right.
That would hurt, too, because those clips have those little, some really
Teeth.
teethies on them. Wow.
Yeah, they got teeth.
Judy says, me too, LOL. I presume that means on the hat, not on the body parts.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, Judy.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go, Judy.
So, got that little lag going there. Conversations can mean something totally different in the 4
Yeah, by the
seconds it
time
takes to
gets
get out
around
there.
Back to her. It's,
Yeah. Yeah, Judy, alligator clips. Oh my God, yeah. Yep.
I've still got a lot of those.
Alligator clips? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Huh. Giving away your secrets.
Giving
huh?
away the
No,
secrets.
no,
Yeah,
no,
I don't.
They're
I don't.
all,
I don't.
they're
have
all
any.
in my tool bag.
I've got tie clips and tie tacks and stuff like that, but I don't have alligator clips. Oh, I got my capos. That's kind of a clip too.
Your
Or
what?
My capos. Your what? Your capos. It's that thing that you put on the neck of the guitar, which
Oh.
does a
Yeah.
open
a
chord
whiny
across.
thing.
No, it doesn't do
Yeah.
a whiny thing. It changes your tuning. So you start with your standard open, but then you capo it, however many
Okay.
frets down.
Is that like the same as like those slides?
No, that's
No, that's
slides are
different.
slides. Yeah, I'll show you
Okay.
a capo.
Yeah. Show us one.
You'll go, oh, I know what those are.
I know what it is.
Yeah. These are capos right here. And here's a capo on a guitar. Let's see, loading up. See? And there's a whole shitload of them on the guitar. But,
Oh.
yeah, there it is right there. See? You put one on.
Okay.
And what it does is it's so that you don't have to keep those strings pressed uniformly. It changes your tuning of your guitar instantly. It's a capo. So it's a clamp.
Not a C clamp. A
Not
capo
a
clamp.
C clamp. It's a capo clamp. Capo, capo, I've heard it both. I think most people say capo. But yeah, I've got those. I've got a couple of those. I've got one that looks wood. It's not wood. It looks like it's wood, and it's got a pin puller for down by the bridge. So for restringing, you know, the strings are held in with pins at the base of the guitar, and you have to pull them out to restring them. So it's got a pin puller at the one side of the capo. Pretty cool.
And not anything to do with Cato.
No Cato, no. Neither O.J. Simpson's Cato or what was the Green Hornet.
Oh, there you go.
Green Hornet. The Green Hornet's Cato.
Cato.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, you can tell the generation whether they understand Cato from O.J. Simpson, or because he was the blonde-haired fella, or Cato, which was played by Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet series. Judy says, hat pins. Oh my God, it defined what you believe in. Yo, hat pins. Yes. I don't have hat pins.
Oh, really?
As you can see. Yo, you didn't know that hat pins? Yeah.
No.
You can learn a lot by what pins are in people's hats. Now, me, I have none. The same way as I don't put bumper stickers and stuff like that on my cars. I don't do that either. I don't wear a proud veteran hat or T-shirts with veterans on. I don't do anything like that. So it's just not me.
Yeah. Certain pins and things like that can get you in a lot of trouble.
Can, yeah. Yep.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Sally's like, she goes to every what do they call those? It's a secondhand store, but it's where you can get all the maybe
flea market.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What was that, Sally?
Consignment shop?
Yeah, any of those. And she just picks up all of the old hat pins that she can find, and she puts them all over her hat and walks down Main Street. Say, what kind of shit can I stir up today?
I'm going to have to look that one up because I've never heard of the hat pin thing.
Hat pins? Yeah, because, I mean, think about it. It's like lapel pins or tie pins. You can send a message with them.
Well, what was the I can't even think of it. I'm really bad with names. But
just give it a shot.
The woman that played on where same one with Roy was on there, and she
Minnie
always
Pearl.
Minnie Pearl. Yeah.
With her, she had the hat, the sales tag still on her hat.
Yeah, the sales tag. She always had the sales tag on her hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minnie Pearl.
Well, howdy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Yeah. See, I couldn't even do it right.
No, it's fine.
I was back.
Donna's got you covered. She got your six there,
Who
Gus.
is talking about? I liked Minnie Pearl.
Judy says back in the day, though. Yeah, nowadays, so many things doesn't matter. Same thing with earrings. Things don't matter.
Yeah, they pick these things up and bastardize them.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to think of when the last time I wore an earring. Had to have been, it's been since I've lived here, so it's within the last 8 years. Yeah, it's been within the last 8, but probably closer to that. Not years recent. Now, what was your go-to earring or earrings, Gus?
I had a, what the hell you want to call it? It was like a loop,
right?
Half loop, whatever. It was relatively big.
Thick, you mean? Not like not like this, but big, wide.
No. It was thick.
Right, it was wide. So it probably hung just down over your earlobe, but it was wide. It didn't hang out big. Yeah, because I had some of those. I had a medium size
Yeah.
gold loop.
Mine was silver because everything. If I put silver on, it turns green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
mine's all gold. I did have some silver stuff, but I had just the
Gold,
stud. Do you have the balls? Did you wear just the ball studs?
No, just that. That was
Just
it.
that? Oh, okay, yeah. So I had the diamond, and I had like two sizes, small and medium. Not these big door knockers that.
Yeah.
Those aren't real, anyways. But small to medium, just a diamond. Small loop, small to medium, and a gold ball, medium size. Laurel says, hubby wore a diamond stud, nothing flashy. Yeah, you keep it simple. Just keep it simple. I had, like I said, two sizes, small and medium diamond stud, gold ball, small to medium size, and just the loop. No hangies. Didn't get into the hangy shit. Some guys wear hang. No, leave that shit for the girls. But just just something non-obtrusive.
Right. Nobody ever really said much about it, so I
Yeah.
was kind of,
Yeah.
but I fidgeted with it quite a bit. I'd reach up and
Became your worry stone.
something like that. Yeah.
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 Yeah, mine didn't. I didn't do that. But yeah, those are the styles that I had. But again, the last time I wore, maybe close to 8 years ago, and I didn't wear it for very long. I don't know why I put it in. I put it in for some. Maybe, you know what? Every once in a while, you feel nostalgic.
Yeah.
And that's probably what it was. Because the missus, she liked when I wore an earring. I used to wear a chain, too. I had a gold chain. And I haven't worn a chain in 20 years. You know? So, yeah, it's the styles are different. I guess I'd wear a gold chain again if I had one. Nothing that hangs down too low. Just about where your
Shirt.
Yeah, where you put your tracheotomy shit in right there, whatever the hell that thing, your esophagus hole. What was that?
Yeah. A choker.
Yeah, a choker. But so it's not right here, but it just hangs just like Gus was saying, because like this is my T-shirt here. It's a little tight, it's a little high, and it covers up where where you stick your damn tracheotomy. So I'd wear a chain that's someplace up there. Nothing longer than that.
Well, it's like tattoos. I've never gotten a tattoo for two reasons. I figured if I was going to do something like that on my body, I wanted it to mean something, and I wanted it to tell a story. But however you want to call it, too personal or whatever, but no matter where on my arm, or if I had anything on my chest or even on my back, I'd have to shave it all the time, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, because you're hairy.
Correct.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being. You can just say you were hairy.
Yeah. Well,
some guys are hairier than others.
I'm a walking Sasquatch.
Yeah, you're like Robin Williams. Boy, he was a hairy beast. You see Robin Williams? Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
He was hairy.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't have a lot of hair. I've got light hair on my legs, light hair on my forearms, a little bit of hair on my chest, not a lot. Enough for the missus to play with, but that's about it. I have a tattoo on my chest and on my forearms.
I have one tattoo,
Mm-hmm.
and it does tell. It tells a huge story.
It does.
And it's on my leg.
Right.
It's on my calf, and it's quite large. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it tells my story, and it includes my parents and my aunts, and it really has a lot of meaning.
Is it a picture or is it is it written out? Do you have like a scroll?
No,
it's a picture?
It's actually a picture.
Okay.
Give me just a second here. But my argument is I have to shave my legs all the time. So, the argument of shaving all the time.
But no, I.
Do you have hair on your legs like he has on his?
No.
Right.
I do not.
Gus, your wife's a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
We did that joke. That's for those people. He actually says Gus in the act. It's Eddie Murphy. In one of his early bits, and he was talking about Gus was his friend, and it's like,
Right,
Gus, your
right.
wife is a Bigfoot, goomy goo goo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that you have that much hair.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you got a little bit of a fuzz in
It's-
there. I don't think you have hair even as much as mine.
Probably not.
Mm.
But
And I'm not
it's
super
right.
hairy. Hey, do you have a bald spot on your lower leg on your calf down by your ankle, Gus?
Where
Yeah.
your boots have rubbed
Where
off
the bushes,
hair?
right?
He does.
I do.
Yeah. So do I. It's like, oh, and baby smooth. The
Yep.
skin is just nice and smooth and soft. Hair everywhere else, but you got a nice bald smooth spot where your boots rubbed off.
Well, that's like when I wear jeans all winter long, and then I throw on a pair of shorts. It takes, all summer. Everything grows back on my legs. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I haven't worn shorts and
Yeah.
I've went over that. I've got shorts. I just don't. They're about knee high.
Yeah.
Cargo shorts. One's OD green and one's khaki. Nice shorts. I haven't worn them in ages. I got
didn't even-
runner's legs anyways.
Yeah,
just-
I didn't even wear shorts when I was, young and, a teenager or anything. When I did wear shorts, I wore like cutoffs and I wore knee highs. It was so funny because everybody gave me such shit because I never tanned below my knees.
Never telling. Well, there you go.
Unless
Yeah,
I was out in the canoe or
Well, yeah, I'm not out.
something,
I'm not
then-
out
then I would.
lounging on a beach anywhere. So it's jeans.
yeah, right,
I
exactly.
wear
I'm not
jeans
a
year-round.
beachy person, so I just never wasn't a
Well-
shorts person.
I can tell you that my head and my neck are tan as tan can be. My arms are, pretty much. I'm almost as dark as my daughter, and
Mhm.
my legs are right now, right down to my sock line, are dark.
Or dark.
Shorts
And then
down.
you got Casper feet.
Then I glow in the dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got a farmer's tan.
farmer's tan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
That's-
I get super dark, but I haven't been out without shirts on, and again,
Yeah.
in years, I just haven't. So
I don't usually burn, so it doesn't bother me.
I'll burn
But I
burn
also-
once. Well, depends upon. My ankle's been burnt to shit this
Yeah.
summer from canoeing. I got myself this last weekend. I picked up some water boots.
Oh,
I got water shoes, which were great, and I'm like, oh, these are going to be great if I have to step out of the canoe. But I always
Right.
forget to roll down my jeans, so there's
Yeah.
about this much area from the top of my shoes to my jeans that gets a stripe of burned every time I go out. So I said, you know what, screw this. I got myself water boots, so now I just pull them up. They go up, mid calf. They're pretty good height. But honestly, I'm only going to be stepping in less than a foot of water anyways when I'm getting in and out of the canoe. So those will be more than fine. It's like my dumbassery.
Yeah.
I can't remember to roll down my jeans, so this is going to
Yeah.
take care of it. It's that whole pizza thing. It's like no matter how many years you've been eating pizza, you're gonna shove that first bite into your mouth and burn the
Burn
shit
it.
out of your roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that was the same way with my ankles. Every time I'd come back in from canoeing, it's like, damn, I forgot to roll down my jeans, and I burnt the crap out of my ankles again. Not happening now. So, yeah. See, everybody can be a dumbass.
Oh yeah.
Some just more than others.
Yeah,
Some a lot
some-
more than others.
Yeah,
some a lot more. Yeah.
Perpetual dumbasses.
Yeah. Let us count the ways.
Yeah.
My goodness. But yeah. Yeah, we all do stupid things. I talk to the missus and I'm like, man, I hate to do it. hate to bust out the bust out the card again, and
Yeah.
it's paid for, but hate buying things. And so when I buy them, I make sure that they're decent quality and they're an investment. They're not something that's going to be gone in 5 days. So it's like, okay, this is going to save me from burning the crap out. Because then for like three days or so, if not longer, putting socks over burned ankles and then wearing boots all, it's not very comfortable.
No, it's not.
No, not very comfortable. Deal with it. That's fine. And you wouldn't know, but I'm not feeling very good. But it's like, no, let's take care of this problem. No more burns.
I will say that one particular time I went to Hampton Beach with a friend of mine, and we laid out on the beach. This was well over 40 years ago. Laid out on the beach, and I just had swimsuit, swimming trunks on, and I drove home, and I looked like a lobster. And then I got home, and I was like, man, I really want to go swimming. I'm hot, and I feel like it's burning. So I went up to the Blackwater River, and I jumped in, and I immediately regretted doing that.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. That water was like 53 degrees, and I jumped in there, and I was sick.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you could ask the missus about Hellboy, and that was about almost 20 years ago. Again, Hampton Beach, same thing. I was out all day. I was wearing I call them my Jesus sandals.
Yeah.
And bone white underneath where the sandal straps were. Everything else from there on up my legs, and I looked like Hellboy. It was absolutely horrid. Driving home and then days after that trying to deal with that stuff. Hampton Beach.
I had to go to work the next day inside a plant that was, our average temperature inside the plant was 115 to 118 degrees.
Yeah.
In a pair of jeans and a shirt.
You mean wearing sandpaper?
Oh, yeah. I was like,
God, oh man, yeah. I know exactly how it was. It doesn't matter what you could put on silk. No, you're wearing sandpaper.
No, it hurt. And that was, I will proudly wear the dumbass card that day, boy. I was like, I paid for it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you earned it. You earned it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's part Indian, so he just darkened right up and looked like, and he laughed at me because we worked together, and he was just laughing at me. I'm like, you're a nice guy.
Yeah, it happens.
Well,
it's not fun when you're going through it, but it's nice to look back on it and laugh.
Oh yeah, that's like we had a conversation the other day about, some of the dumbass shit. I was having a conversation with another guy up to camp, and I said, these kids nowadays and everything, they talk about all the stuff they do. I said, I shouldn't be alive.
Yeah,
and
we did dumbass shit that could kill you. I mean, they could literally kill you.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays, they just do stupid stuff. No, we did shit that would kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't put the shit all over the world. We kept our dumbassery to ourselves.
I didn't whine. I didn't bitch. I didn't complain. I was just like, oh my God, this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and you didn't want to, and you didn't want to really hurt
of
yourself because then you'd have to tell your parents because you didn't want to have to go to the hospital or anything.
No.
It's like no, because you're gonna have to deal with that bullshit. It's like no, so you just sucked it up and moved on. What were you saying there, Donna?
I was saying, our folks didn't give a shit. They turned us out at daybreak, and as long as we was home for supper.
We were poor, so as long as you didn't kill yourself or needed medical,
exactly.
If they could patch it up at home, that's fine. But
that's right.
If the doctors were involved,
We
then
wouldn't be
there's
going
hell
to
to
no
pay.
doctors.
Yeah, if you can't sew it on yourself. What was that?
All you needed was mercurochrome, and you were all set.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
stuff.
Can we sew it
The
up?
devil's
Can we wrap it up in duct tape or something? Can
Yeah.
keep your body
The
parts from
devil's
falling
paint.
Yeah. No, I'm not wearing that to school. I look red.
Yeah, you look red. Of course you look red. Well, it's like what the hell's that other stuff we'd put it on it for poison ivy and shit.
Oh.
It was pink. The hell was that shit?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, because mercurochrome was
Calamine
dark
lotion.
brown.
Mercurochrome was red, and
Yeah.
Calamine lotion.
Calamine lotion. Calamine lotion, yeah. Because, Lord, if you grow up in the country, you have had your share of poison sumac and poison ivy. And when you're a kid, of course, you can't leave it alone, so you got it spread all over your body and stuff. Yeah, you'd be going to school looking like Pink Panther. Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, there was no. Oh, come on! You don't need stitches. No way.
I had a lot of
No,
stitches.
I've got stitches, but that's from serious shit.
Yeah.
Shit. The average stuff. No, it's.
I've never broke any bones, but I've got a lot of stitches.
Yeah.
I got stitches. I got few broken bones. No major broken bones. Feet bones
I've never,
and stuff like.
knock on
But not
wood,
like
I've
not
never
like
broken
shin
a
bone or arm bones or anything like that.
I broke my toe. I broke a finger, and I broke my nose.
Yeah, I didn't break my nose, but yeah, broken fingers, broken toes, broken top foot bones. Well, there's freaking 50 billion of them. Is that I think the most congregated section of bones in your body, and it makes up the vast majority of them are in your feet. So,
I don't think there's a soul on the earth that hasn't broken a toe.
Yeah.
You just walk into.
I've stubbed enough of them, but I have never
A
broken
soul
one.
on earth. There's no toes in your soul.
But I've
Soul's
never
at-
broken any
it's in the bottom
bones,
of your feet there, guys.
and I should have.
I've stuck nails through my feet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've done
I've
that.
not
Shit like
through,
that.
but yeah,
Had to
I've
get
had
tetanus
nails stuck in it.
shots.
Yeah. I walked on several boards that had nice big fat 16 penny nails, and it went
Yeah,
right all the way through.
yeah.
There you go.
All the way through. Wow.
Yeah.
Feet are pretty resilient things, though. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we did shit. Kids do stupid things now. Kids do
Yeah.
stuff that'll ruin their lives reputationally, but generally it's
That's
not going to
because
kill
they
them.
plaster it all over the
Yeah.
Facebook or
Yeah,
whatever.
we did shit that would kill us.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful that there was no digital cameras,
Mhm.
that there were no telephones, because you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, telephones. We talked about who here had a party line.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, party. I didn't love it, but yeah.
Oh, I did.
Or everybody
There's
down the
always-
street was all on the same damn line.
Yeah.
So you'd pick up the
talk
phone
to
to
each
make a
other
call,
all the
and
time.
your neighbor's already on the phone, so
You'd
you got to hold off.
call
and-
somebody and you'd make it a 4 or 5 way talk.
yeah. Well, that's great if you like everybody on your party line.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
Or you have to wait for that number of rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when we went from party line to our own line. It was like, oh, like we're millionaires now.
Yeah.
Millionaires. Still don't have TV, but we got our own phone line and got that red phone stuck in the kitchen with the cord to the hand thing that was 5 miles long, so you could reach just about every part on the first floor.
Oh no, that's not the way it was at my house.
No?
You were tethered to
Right there.
right there. So
Oh yeah. We had a super long. I mean, it was a small house, but still, just long. That was before. Hey, no, don't need one of those cordless phones. We had a freaking 5 mile long Well, and then of course they'd wind up weird, so you'd try to undo them or
Untangle.
flip the other way, and it's
Yeah.
I dare you to hand a kid today a dial-up phone and say, "Here, how do you
and dial a number."
Call this number.
There's videos online where they do that, and it's like dial this number here, and they can't do it.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
Right.
You stick your finger in the number that you want to dial, go all the way till you hit the thing, and let go, and then go to the next, and then let go. And
Or give them a cassette player.
it's not that complicated.
Well, that's like we always joke about. Yeah, we want to stop car thieves. We'll just put standards in every car.
That's right. There you go.
Oh, you guys are. I'll see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll post it back up on my Facebook page. A video showed up in my feed, and it was pencil sharpeners throughout.
It's called a millennial car theft.
But this had, and they were just
deterrent or whatever.
Totally ingenious and way more complicated. They did a good job, but way more complicated than they needed to be. And you stop and think, this is like, some of them were like from the 1800s.
Yeah.
And they're mechanical. And I think somebody had to build this, the skill that was into it, taking to build this machine that was a mechanical pen. I'll find it. You guys will, it's pretty cool. It's like, wow, the amount of moving parts and people think that we're so much smarter. Oh, people in the past were so stupid. It's like, nah, you have no idea. You have no idea.
It's the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah. Do not confuse the technology that you're handed with you being more intelligent than people in the past. No, you're not. Laurel says they screw up in the last number and have to start all over. Yes. Or you're dialing and you're like 3/4 the way through, like you're saying, screwed up, and your finger slips and it flips back and crap. You gotta start the number again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try to find that video of the pencil sharpeners. It's just amazing. Amazing, the complexity.
Well, can you imagine people nowadays, and I'm not talking just kids, I'm talking about people and grown adults doing construction work, and then you go back 150 years from now and see what they did back then, or even farming. You know, look at the stone walls that are everywhere. It's like,
oh God, yeah.
People don't understand what work is.
Yeah. Yeah.
How they split rock and
Laurel says old car manuals used to tell you how to adjust the valves. Now they tell you how to drink battery acid.
Yeah, not to drink
not to drink
fluid.
battery acid. Yeah. I mean, hey, car's not running. Did you gap your spark plugs? Did you do what? Yeah, gapping spark plugs. It is a thing. Come on now.
Yeah.
I remember I had my Mustang and I was stuck at a bakery. I had gone to the bakery for my mom, and my car wouldn't start. My stepdad came down and he popped open my hood and he took the tops off of the battery cells and says, "How come you haven't added water to it yet?" And I was like, "What?" So, I mean, I didn't even know it was a thing until he said something.
It was no lead cell. It was all lead cell battery. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that's all changed now. You don't even add nothing to a battery. So
no, you don't. You don't touch them. You throw them out and get a new one. Well, you turn them in and get a new one. You get a core charge.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, you used to be able to, and you could check your electrolyte levels in each of the cells. You pop them out, and you've got a little. You'd have it looks like a turkey baster.
Yeah.
And the bobber within it would
balls in it.
Yeah, and it'll tell you your electrolyte level in your battery. Yeah, that's the good old days.
Yeah.
You adjust your carburetor. Your car's not starting. You just get the air, take the air cleaner off. You know, the cover off, and then you just futz with your carburetor, and
or advance the timing, or do the adjust the condensers, but you can't work on a car today.
No.
I remember when
with a few
teenage-
exceptions, yeah.
my husband, his daughter, we got her a car when she was like 17 and got her the biggest old boat we could find. It was like a big old LTD or something like that to keep her from driving all over the country because she had to buy the gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember she got in trouble for something, and I went out and took her distributor cap off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll stop it. Yeah, Laura said you could fix just
her
about
ass
anything
and
under
hole.
the hood with a screwdriver, hammer, and
Yep.
wrench. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can disable a car in the old cars in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
anymore. Well, yeah,
don't-
you can, but you really screw them up if you do.
But you could do things. I mean, you can't. A lot of the issues you can't fix anymore. I mean, you can replace your water pump. You can replace your alternator. Those are easy things. But all of the other stuff that we talked about, it's all fairly easy stuff. You could actually give your car a tune-up. You do it yourself. Nowadays, it's all electronic, and there's nothing that you can do. It's like, I did finally get one of those car scanners, though, so I can tell.
Well, it's like, and I will tell you, I am the worst at it myself. But when you fill up your car with gas, if you have it on the automatic, or even if you don't, you got your hand on it and you're pumping, and it stops, all the cars today, they tell you, do not put gas any further. Don't fill it up even more. There's a reason for that. And
you can actually disengage your car.
You can disengage. Yeah, your car won't run. And I'm like, oh, shit. And it's like if you leave your gas cap off,
all the air gets
it can't function because it pressurizes the system.
Right, yeah, it gets vapor lock.
Yeah,
You got too much
there's
air
a lot
in
of
it,
there's a lot of things now. It's like, we used to do all the time before. You fill your gas tank until it ran out the spout.
Oh no, I do it. No, it's okay. You can do like 2, but because that's done all the time for car testing. So you let it, you click it and let it go until it stops, and you wait 30 seconds to a minute, because that's going to stop the gas from sloshing inside, and then you can do it again, and you'll get a little bit more gas in it. And as soon as it clicks the second time, that's it.
Yeah, but I've been known to put an extra $3 to $4 worth of gas.
Right, because you don't wait for it to click itself off. You just keep squeezing it in there. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, need a bigger gas tank. That's what we need. Bigger gas tanks.
Yeah.
That's what we need. My car gets 800 miles to the fill. Does it really? Wow. Well, yeah, the whole bottom of the car is gas tank.
Yeah, 20 gallons of gas.
Yeah. I'm not getting better gas mileage. I'm just carrying more gas.
Yeah.
I watched a video of this guy, and I know there's a lot more of them out there, but this one particular one where he pulled up to the gas tank or the gas pump, and he got out of the car and he walked around the back, and he flipped his license plate down and took his gas cap off, and there was a kid standing there going, "What the hell is that?"
It's where a lot of them used to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just think, when I was in my 20s and early 30s, in the winter, I worked construction, road construction. So in the wintertime, I was always laid off, and I worked in my brother-in-law's gas station. And so that's what I did. I pumped gas. It was a full service gas station. And we had, the fuel tank, the cap was behind the license plate.
And I'm trying to find the year. They one of the and it wasn't the only, but one of the Chevys had it behind the tail light.
Tail light.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Oh,
what
the
year
Cadillacs,
that was.
the old
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
19.
Like I said, it wasn't the only brand that did it. Yeah,
No,
it
no.
would be behind the tail light, and you move the tail
Yeah,
light out of the way,
in the
and that's
50s,
where it was.
a lot of the cars had them, yeah, stashed behind the taillights.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
even better than behind it. I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
because
Yeah.
especially there's somebody might be able to figure
Some
it out
teenager
with
comes
the,
up
with
to you
the
and asks you
license
what
plate.
you're doing. You
Yeah.
saying you're putting blinker fluid in
Blinker
your car.
fluid, yeah, putting a lot of it in there. But yeah, the tail light.
Yeah. It's just like the foot pedal for the high beams.
Oh, the
and
high
low
beams and low beams. Yeah, they need to bring that shit back.
Yeah,
They need to bring that back.
yeah, they do.
I mean, it's easy to do it like this, but
Yeah.
I liked it down on the floorboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, step on that damn thing. Yeah, the high beam button. Yeah, shit. I'm trying to think. Most of my vehicles growing up, and then as a young adult, they all had it on the floor.
And I think I've made this comment before on another one of the shows a long time ago, but they were mechanical blinkers where they actually made the noise because it was a contact that would
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
you'd hear it go, and that was the actual contact, and those would go bad on occasion.
Right. That was that. It's a electric solenoid. I think that's what makes the noise. Yeah.
It was just a little round. It was probably about an inch and a half around, and you plugged it in, plugged it out. It went
and your
bad.
blinkers went bad. You had to. Some of them were underneath the hood. A lot of them were up underneath the dash. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little round. It's a little round.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about this big around. That doesn't show much, but they were small.
Yeah.
An inch, less than an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch.
But there's so much stuff has changed that
I still don't understand how the hell anyone can know and not know that their blinkers are on.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because they still make noise.
They still make noise, and there's still something flashing on your dashboard. How the hell can you not know that your blinker is on?
Right. Now on a bike, I can understand that because you can't hear them, and you really can't see them like in bright sunlight when you're going down the road. You're behind them, you don't see them.
Yeah. Well,
And it can happen easily that you can accidentally not turn your blinker off your bike,
but your
I
car.
can remember my father and I driving down the road and seeing somebody with their blinker on either the left or the right, and my father would say, "Oh, he's going around the world to the right."
He's going somewhere. So where's he going to go? He's going to take off into the bushes?
There's no road there.
Yeah. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. How can you not realize your blinker's going on? Got to be totally oblivious.
Yeah. They rely on the mechanism so that you have to turn sharp enough to kick it back.
Right. You
kick
have
it
to turn
off.
your wheel past a certain thing, and then it has to come back a certain thing.
Right,
and
exactly.
It turns off. But yeah, it doesn't always work that way.
We have this one spot that we go up when we go to camp, where if you do it legally, you turn on your blinker, but you're coming straight, and then you got to make a right, a hard right to come to your stop. And usually, if you turn your blinker on,
right, it'll turn itself off by the time you hit the stop.
It turns off.
Yeah.
It's like frustrating. It's like, yeah. It's little stupid things like that you don't. You always remember when you're. So I just say,
first world problems.
Not bother.
Yeah.
Let them guess.
Let them guess which way I'm going.
Oh God. Yeah, those are the people we cuss out. Evidently, they didn't make blinkers that year. They'll say.
Yeah, that's an option. That's an option.
Yeah,
They decided
yeah, that
not
was
to
an
purchase.
optional.
Out of all the options, that's the one they're going to leave off.
Yeah.
It's just a nut behind the wheel. That's all.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
No.
All right.
There's
It's
a lot of
10:30.
things the kids nowadays wouldn't even have a clue.
Yeah, I don't think they have a clue about a lot.
Yeah, they don't even have a clue about even the current world.
Of course, to be fair, our folks and previous
Probably.
generations probably said the same things about us.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking too.
So.
They probably did say the same thing about us.
Well,
Yeah.
they never said it loud enough for me to hear it.
You just watch what you say and do around them so they don't have to.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, it's 10:30.
Yep.
It was a good show.
We've reminisced enough.
Yeah. It was a good show. Good show. And
Yeah,
we've got
it's a
another
fun
one.
show.
Another one coming up
Interesting.
Tuesday. Judy says, "Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams."
Good night, Judy.
Hey, good night, Judy. Thank you for coming to the show.
Night, Judy.
Now, I know more people came to the show because the numbers
They
are
did.
still up there. They just haven't
I'm
been
off,
talking.
too. Good night.
Good night,
Laurel.
Donna. Laurel, good night, all. Yes, good night, Laurel.
Good night, all.
Everybody else, I don't know who they are. Next show, Tuesday. As always, anyone who would like to contribute to the show and all content, there are links underneath the show, ways that you can support financially, as well as other ways. There are other ways, as well as if you want to send me stuff, you can send me crap. No, don't send me crap. Don't send me crap. You can send me things. It's like, hey, you said send me crap. Tuesday, next show. Hopefully Thursday. If not sooner, I'll have to watch the weather. I'll be out for another On the Water with the Whiskey Cowboy.
Yay.
Not sure where I'm going to go. But
The river's down, so you're all safe.
yeah,
there.
they seem to be calming. So that helps out. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet. So like I said, it's going to be a surprise for all of us right now. And I don't think there's anything else pressing for this coming week. Just standard week, standard stuff going on. I will see you online. If you don't see my content in your feeds, stop by the page because I am still being heavily suppressed. It amazes me that people can still go, oh, I didn't get any of your stuff. Welcome back. And yeah, and I've been not in the doghouse for, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
And my numbers are lower than they were before they put me in the doghouse. So we'll get that sorted out. Again, Tuesday night, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday is the show as they're scheduled right now, and I don't see any reason why we won't be here. Stop on my page. Thank you for showing up to the show and contributing. Great conversation as always. God bless and take care.
Good night.